Hello everyone and welcome back to Crosshatch Puzzles. We're here on Wednesday, October 22nd, 2025 for another New York Times Daily Crossword Solve. This one is by Jesse Guzman, a regular contributor to the New York Times Crosswords. And we'll expect a mid-difficulty, midweek Wednesday themed puzzle. Let's get right into it for Wednesday, October 22nd. Spots for cozy dates, maybe cafes. Slope. A hill, maybe like a ski slope is a ski hill. I'm not totally sure about that. What A's and B's are good for? I don't know what they're after there. Person with terrible manners. Broadway great Menzel, Idina Menzel. Nickname that's an alternative to Cam. Cam short for Cameron. Maybe it's Ron? Ronald usually short for Ronald, but it's possible. Some basic guidelines. 2, Spanish. And 34 across seems to be a revealer. Climactic baseball event, or what the starts of 17, 26, 44, and 52 across form. Okay. I mean, 34 is very likely to be World Series. And so my guess is that we have countries, maybe, or something like that at the beginnings of each of these clues, but not quite sure. Let's check some downs, perhaps. Natural remedy that's used to treat anxiety. I couldn't be coffee. Make hot and bothered to anger. Oh, that does not fit. To arouse, maybe? Different kind of hot and bothered. Kind of cuisine. French could be a kind of cuisine. That looks okay with the crosses. Traveler's info informally, an estimated time of departure. Arrival, not sure. And also this doesn't look great now anymore. Electroreception for sharks. Sonar. So which of these do we think is wrong? Paris Agreement. That's probably oui. Kind of cuisine. Person with terrible manners. Molecule with a non-unique formula. So I would have thought this would have been something like an isotope or something. Girls creator Dunham is Lena Dunham. Kind of cuisine. Why am I not seeing this? Maybe this is ETA after all. Take to court. Maybe this isn't sonar. To take to court, usually I would think to sue. Jaunt on a hay wagon, for example. Could be a ride. Maybe this is not correct either. Me, I do. Maybe. You got that right. This doesn't look right. Keys to search with, maybe. What if we take this out? Make this to take to court. Maybe if we make this sue and make this ride. What would this be then? Slope. Key to search with, maybe. Index? Part of a belt. What kind of belt? Asteroid? That works. Act smart. Act smart. Fluorescent gemstone for Danish and Norwegian. Not really sure what's going on with the theme just yet. Fans of a band, but what kind of band? What kind of fans? Fans of a band could be groupies. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. What A's and B's are good for? Your GPA, your grade point average. Nonprofits domain name ender, org.org. Watchful guardians could be angels. Whirling visual effects in video games. Whirling visual effects in video games. Rarely visited places on Earth. Some parallel bars. This is definitely going to be some kind of wordplay, but I'm not sure what they're after. Act smart. Okay, let's keep going. Touches and shuffles, and these are both capitalized. What? Not having a lot of luck. Okay, built to last. Durable. Slightly. A tad, maybe? Word with flower or feather. Bed. Feather bed, flower bed. So instead this could be slightly, could be a bit. Atomic reaction. Co-discovered by 44 across. And chemist who co-discovered 26 down. 8, an Italian. Agrees with. Vibes with or jibes with. David Bowie's astronaut persona was... what is the name of it? Oh, no. Oh, God. Is this Major Tom? No. And is this an isomer then? Major Tom. And then is this jibes? There was another David Bowie persona that I'm thinking of. This might be fusion cuisine. Terrible manners could be a brute. Natural remedy to choose to treat anxiety could be CBD oil. And electroreception for sharks is one of their senses. Okay. Dose and do's and don'ts. So not index. Okay. We start with, so some basic guidelines are do's and don'ts. That's straightforward. And what the 2 in Spanish are referring to is the number 2 in Spanish, which is dos here. Then, if we go to 4 in Danish and Norwegian, I actually don't know how to say 4 in Danish and Norwegian, but it seems like that is going to start this clue. It might be fear like that, in which case this could be a fire opal, a fluorescent gemstone. And this one, 8, could be 8 in Italian is what? I'm thinking ocho, but that's Spanish, I think. Otto? Like that? Otto something. And this seems to be fission atomic reaction discovered by whoever that is. Let's go back to this. Key to search with enter. You might hit enter to complete a search command. Slope is the rise of something. You got that right. Sing it, you could say. Okay. I still don't see what this is. Some parallel bars, I don't know. Rarely visited places on Earth. This probably ends in an S. Portals? Whirling visual effects in video games? Portals, maybe? Then what's this? Act smart. Get. Looks weird. Rails? Some parallel bars are rails? Like handrails? Gel. Something may be wrong in there. Touches and shuffles, I still don't know. Oh, iPod. iPod Touch and iPod Shuffle. That's why it's capitalized. Certain sports wager. Clean Water Organization, the EPA, Environmental Protection Agency. Bubbly bar. Soap, maybe? Bar of soap? Young woman in Australia. Is there a common slang for, or common term for a young woman in Australia? I don't know. Expressions such as top of the morning. Top of the morning. I would have thought greeting, and greeting would fit, but doesn't work with jibes. This has got to be jibes. Breaking Bad sister-in-law. No idea. Sarah Bareilles musical set in a diner. What? Oh, sorry. Let me try that again. Sarah Bareilles musical set in a diner. This is Waitress. Never seen it, but that is for sure what that is. Black prom rentals. Suits, I guess. Tuxes more often, I guess, but I guess that's a type of suit anyway. Language on the Horn of Africa. Somali, maybe? Establishes what is informally. Establishes what is informally. Don't know what that means. Picasso's blank Demoiselle d'Avignon. Probably Les Demoiselles. There's the article missing there. Blank out of house and home. 8, I guess, as an expression. 8 out of house and home. Food spread. Popular in England. Marmite. Also popular, I think, in Australia. Shape-shifted could be mutated. So IDs. Oh, IDs maybe? Establishes what is informally. Identifies, in other words. Is this Marge, maybe? Breaking Bad sister-in-law? Premier Squad, the A-team. Young woman, I still don't know that. Blank man's best friend. Most often you're referring to a dog. In a chill state. Zen. A little under half of humanity are males. Females just a little over half. This looks like it's going to be some kind of ism. Stella, young woman in Australia, is it called a Stella maybe? Sheila? That looks better, I think. What about this? Carpe diem, 16, French. 16 in French is says, or in English, seize the day for carpe diem. Usually, that's the usual translation of that. Not as much is less. Levi's competitor, I don't know. It's controlled in meditation. Your breath. Recovery phase. I don't see that. Gel. Coalesce. Oh, I see. Act smart is to get cute. Don't get cute with me like that. Rarely visited places on Earth. Oh, they're poles. Okay. Maybe this isn't breath because this doesn't look right here. Prop bet? Maybe it's a prop bet. Certain sports wager. I don't know what that is. Subculture associated with skinny jeans. Is this emo? Idiomatic sticking point. Sticking point. It's going to be a little play on words here, I think, but I'm not sure what they're after. Outcast or Eric B. and Rakim, a rap duo, I think they both are. Thank God. What could you say instead of thank God? I don't know. Toilet paper thickness is its ply. Oh, this looks weird. Oh, you're quite right. Why, yes. Sticking point is a craw, I think. I don't remember the idiom that this is from, but I think that's right. Thank God at last, you could say. To entertain is to amuse. Sidekick of Dora the Explorer. Boots, I guess. Because this is going to be Rehab and Levi's competitor is going to be Lee. Then where are we at with this? Is this Otto? It's not Autobahn, is it? Otto. What is going on here? Expression such as top of the morning agrees with. Is there anything this could be other than jibes? Jabes, jubes, jobes, jeebs? I don't think so. And what could this possibly be? Marge? What else? Marse? Marp? Oops. See, this seems like it's going to be Bon here, but I just don't know what IRGSB-ism would be. And males is right for sure, seize the day is right for sure, Marmite's got to be right. I just don't know about this one. I don't know about this one. I'm not 100% confident on jibes, but I'm pretty confident. So I'm going to put these in and see what happens. Okay, so obviously not all of those are correct, but then what? And I don't see what this could possibly be. This has to be suits. Black prom rentals, plural, suits. What other consonant could fill? Who discovered fission? Co-discovered fission. Otto Zahn with an S. Is there any way this could... Marie, maybe? Irisism? Irishism? Otto Hahn? So, okay, I'm very curious about... I guess the intent here is that this is not exactly something an Irish person would say, but it's something that's sort of imitating an Irish accent, top of the morning, where you're taking a phrase that's not necessarily idiomatic in Irish, but sounds like an Irish accent. I think that's what's going on here. Otto Hahn, I probably should have gotten. I don't know Breaking Bad at all, but I should have seen that Marie was a possibility here. In order to make sense of all what I had was just a bunch of consonants in a row. Anyway, let's take a look at the theme. So the theme here, a climactic baseball event, the World Series, or what the starts of 17, 26, 44, and 52 across form. So each of these starts with a number in a different language. So these do's and don'ts, some basic guidelines, do's and don'ts, starts with the Spanish for number 2, dos. And then fluorescent gemstone, fire opal, starts with the number 4 in Danish and Norwegian, which I'm guessing is fyr. I'm not sure if it's F-I-R or F-I-R-E. Then we have this chemist who discovered fission, nuclear fission, is Otto Hahn, which starts with the number 8 in Italian, Otto. And finally, Carpe Diem, seize the day, starts with, in French, the number 16, seize. And these form a series, particularly the series of powers of 2, 2 2 to the 1. In other words, 2 squared is 4. 2 cubed is 8, and 2 to the 4th is 16, a mathematical series that takes you kind of around the world in the languages of the numbers that it's using. So that's a fun theme for and very timely, of course, the World Series featuring the Toronto Blue Jays and Los Angeles Dodgers set to kick off in just a couple of days. So very timely publication of this grid with this particular theme. And taking a look at some of the other clues here, I had some trouble with some of these things, but nothing that should have been particularly tricky. I've never seen this before, that Ron is an alternative nickname for Cameron, alternative to Cam. Makes sense, I guess. Get cute is a fine way of saying act smart. It's a little bit slangy, and I didn't quite see that right away either. I thought isotope here, but I think that refers to atoms and not molecules. Molecules, I think, more properly isomer. And it also threw me off that I had the wrong thing in for electroreception here. I'd had that in for sonar. Of course, sonar is not electroreception; it's actually acoustic. But had that wrong. This is a fun clue, and again, not the most kind of like get cute. Actually, these two intersecting things for act smart and for you got that right. Not the first thing you'd necessarily think of for those clues, but makes enough sense once you get it. Key to search with is a little bit of wordplay there. Parallel bars ends up being, again, just light wordplay. Nothing too far off. They do at least mean physical bars here, but these are railings that you would see on staircases, not parallel bars that you'd use. At least I don't think any of those used for gymnastics are called rails. Could be wrong, but not sure. I thought this was going to be wordplay, but it turns out not to be. This too, rarely visited places on Earth, is just very straightforward. Jibes, you don't see that often, probably because of the difficulty of crossing the J and the B here. I need to remember what the other persona is that I was thinking of for David Bowie. This is a more straightforward one, perhaps a less out there persona. Ziggy Stardust, I think that's what I was thinking of. That is a different persona, I think, for David Bowie, but not this one. What else? Touches and shuffles is a fun clue for iPods. I didn't have that. I need to look up this idiom here for craw. It's like on the tip of my memory here, but I don't quite remember it. So actually, okay, and the other thing I think is that there were clues like this, where I misparsed the clue, right? So I didn't initially put food and spread together. And then this one as well. I initially put read it as Sarah Bareilles' musical set, like a set of music. But eventually was able to parse it correctly as a musical that is set in a diner. And similarly, this one, it is a food spread. Food spread is the phrase that's popular in England. Not that the food had a popularity spread in England like that, which is on a quick read is what I had there. This one, too, is a little bit weirdly phrased, establishes what is informally. I get what they're doing here, and you don't want to include the it in this clue because otherwise that points the solver to try and solve for the it, and that's not what you want here. So I think I think that's pretty much it. So we've covered the theme, covered some of the tricky things here that I stumbled upon, but did end up getting this without actually needing help, which I'm very glad for. Wednesday puzzles have given me some trouble lately, so that's I'm happy for that. Anyway, that is our solve for today. The puzzle for Wednesday, October 22nd. A good solid grid with a fun theme by Jesse Guzman. If you liked the solve, do hit that thumbs up. If you want to know when I'm posting next, do subscribe and sign up for those notifications. And yeah, we'll see you the next time on Crosshatch Puzzles. Thanks for joining me. Cheers.